Hang on, the gunner. He gestures towards himself. The raidist. He nods towards the woman. The killer. He points towards a figure clad entirely in ceramic plate. Took me a minute to understand what that was all about. What do you think he does? He kills? Smart, loincloth. He stares at you with his watery eyes. He screws natives up, soldier of apocalypse style. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah? Who did then? Oh my god. It wasn't me. It wasn't Ruby. It wasn't Titus. It wasn't Classier. It was someone else. Someone who's not here now. How convenient. He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun. His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw. He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it. You think I'm stupid, cop? There's a dangerous gleam in his eye. What if I just shot one of your pals here right now, huh? He points his gun at Elizabeth. How about the kipt? Tell me it was a magic sniper one more time. Listen, please, she raises both hands. This cop and his drumhead court-martial won't decide who. He's going to do it. He's going to shoot her. Think. Why didn't he believe me? Please. God damn. Your mind grinds to a halt. All you can see is a revolver in the man's armoured hand, swaying, pointed at her. You move your mouth like a fish, gasping for hair. I don't think she's going to care that she's a woman. No, she wasn't even there. Pulls the trigger. Oh my god. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle. I should have acted before this. I just failed. I know this is how a lot of these things work, but I hate it when it just comes down to a dice roll, and it feels like you have no say in the matter. It is annoying, but anyway, this is just going to take a different strand to the story. So let's see what happens next. Plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle. The shot rings in your ears, a low tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The woman grabs her left side. She's down. Her white shirt soaks a blood red around her abdomen. She gasps for air, repeating, "I'm okay. I'm okay." She's not. She's bleeding out. If she doesn't get help in 10 minutes, she'll die. Screw this! The man starts pulling something out from his pocket. Jane! The big man raises his hand. 10 to Lizzie, now! He'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man opens fire, and he knows it. He wants you to open fire on the mercenaries before he does. He's waiting for you and your partner to be the shield. We've got to do something. Oh, God, Gardner is dying. So I could fail the rhetoric, talk about the hanged man, or I could shoot Courtenay. I've got Gardner shot, so that's a reduced thing. Okay, let's go to do this then. Talk about the hanged man. It's my best chance. At least this is something. This might help. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it. I knew you weren't a goddamn scab leader. Yeah, I don't act so well. Leeli had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Screwing food shit, Aid. What? He wipes his mouth. That shit is done now. Trigger time. Who are you, Corty? Sergeant Major Raoul Courtenay. Reporting in to burn this mud hut to the ground. He points at the whirling in rags. As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armour click softly. Click, click, click. The realisation comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Courtenay. The dead man's name is Ellis Courtenay. His brothers were the deceased. No, probably foster brothers. Ellis was put into a foster home, remember? And then he bellows, for killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead. I've got to say something. Let's see. I'm going to go with this. His parents left him a leaf compactor. Who? Leeli? Yes, when he was small. Just an infant. We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things. They put Leeli in a leaf compactor, and now these effers finished the job. He waves at the gang huddled by the doors. There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories. It's a mind trick, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to screw with us. She glances at him. Major, permission to open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now. Ooh, I need to say something. I'm going to start with this. Courtener, I know that name. He sways from left to right, inspecting you. Raoul and Ellis Courtener. Look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul. He wasn't my brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick devil. It's hard. It's hard trying to censor these words on the fly. Maybe I should just give up. Beaten by a foster parent or someone on the farm. And then went to the same military academy and the same unit and the same war. Same mud hut town too. He looks around and then wipes his face with his armoured glove. Okay, good. Listen, you're Levi. Everyone says good things about him. He was a talker. Hell do you mean, talker? We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around. Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives, share leaflets, squeeze a bit of kipped ass here and there. Great idea that turned out to be. He points towards the yard. If Levi was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me, points to himself, I'm not a big fan of public affairs, clay monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did. Ready to open fire, Major, at your command. This one isn't used to being suited this long. She's uncomfortable. We'll open fire just to hurry things along. Banatal 41. That really happened, didn't it? Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either 1 or 100 of them. Rude here, he points to him. In your shit pipes, right? Pardon? Indecipherable mumbling. He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates, wipe out mud huts like that, when he gets bored. Levi knew how to command. He was a good commander. I can see you miss him. Oh, yeah. He would have commanded this hell way better than I did. But that didn't happen, because Hayseed Bill and Kipty the Kiptier, he points to Titus and Eugene, they bloody murdered him. Had him stink the village up for 2 weeks after. And you did nothing, he points at you. Listen, man, we told you You told us what? He staggers forward. What did you say? You'll die next, right when the she kips out. He had blue eyes, didn't he, your brother? He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way. Baby blue, yeah, like someone screwed up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man. Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise I will find his killer. Find his killer? Cop, his killer stands right there. He waves at the men behind you, shitting their pants, and you're standing in the way protecting them. They didn't. The woman holds onto her side, teeth rattling. Shush, he squints at her. Blood's all gone out now. Not so long ago when the rattle starts. 1 down, girls, 7 to go. Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off centre. I need more options. Stand here quietly, hope nothing bad happens. I'm going to try and think of an argument. It succeeded. All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Crenell would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely. Just to be clear, are you officially in charge of this unit after the death of your colonel? Crenell does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. Is he likely to listen to those orders? You were called Downwell once. What happened? I think I'm going to go with that. Ooh, what does the rhetoric say? Crenell would never sanction this. Who's the commander? Okay. I can take my pick, but my rhetoric, which was a success, goes with Crenell would never sanction this. So let's follow that. My instinct is to dig into his past, but I'm going to go with Crenell does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. Oh, hang on, just to be clear, are you officially in charge of this unit after the death of your colonel? Let's go with that one then. Me, I told you, I'm a Crenell major with 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike. So you are the highest ranking of the three of you? Nah, I just have the biggest gun, he rapped on his armoured barrel-like chest. Technically, the other man has the biggest gun, but we're beyond that now. Hold on, what's the highest rank in Crenell? King Reaper, he says without irony. As a leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed. You're right, but you see, he pauses and smiles. I want it to end in bloodshed. Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Now fire. Screw them up. Do it. The muscles on your back tense up. Physical instrument. Really? Shoot, coordinate. I've got a chance to do it. 83%. Don't screw this up. It's gone. It's good. It's good. Boom. I lost a bullet. It's a success. Oh my god, I don't like the look of this. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun and your hand goes numb from the explosion. Look through the smoke rising from the barrel. The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow like a waterfall in reverse. Look at Cortiner. There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbled backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. Who's going to die now then? Oh my god. This is why I have 3 barrels on the gun, okay? To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Ista AR FA7 built for taking out light armoured vehicles. It will devastate you. Challenging. Dodge the shot. Blink. Think. Do I have time? Blink. Think. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eye in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one small pull of the trigger. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces. He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right. He aims further right. Get him to overshoot. A full suit of armour can't be too agile. You can shift direction faster than him. Let's do it. I'm hoping Kim didn't get shot in that. You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimetres from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. No. Joy, I'm alive. The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. She's got a gun pointed right at me. Watch out, to your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim. Lieutenant Ames, face pale. Without tremble, he quietly utters, God, please. He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet, an extremely difficult shot. Then, two shots ring at once. One from Lieutenant Kitsaragi's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at Kim, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Who screamed? He's hit the rifleman. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. 2 gunshot wounds? Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. Caught in here. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol. Then he squeezes the trigger. That's not going to happen. Look him in the eye. The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on earth, but he will do it. He is your end. Here it comes. Death. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Let it happen. Let's see if he misses. That would be... I mean, I don't think that's going to work. Even with my reaction speed. It would be the sensible thing to do, because 3% is still like 3%, right? It's a 1 in 33 chance. I'm going to let it happen. Oh. Right. Okay. Here it comes. Death. You let it happen. You simply blink, and something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark, a distant blur as you recede into it. Listen. Through the darkness and the pain. No, try to open your eyes. What do I see? Nothing. A persisting darkness, dancing lights of pain, distant shadows cast by them like a hellish play. Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. You're bleeding out! Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything. No. Wince from pain? Live fast, die old. Wince. Yes, keep talking. The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard. Stay awake. Look at me. But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy and the sounds ever more distant, and a cold comes over you. Kim, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. To Paul, a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising a pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's going to die. No, Kim. Thank God for that. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's, then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world. Fall into darkness. This is death.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door.
I don't think so.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep.
Does this mean I'm healing whilst I'm recovering in a hospital somewhere?
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his wound.
I'm hoping this means that I'm actually in a medicenter somewhere. He can't go, not before the case is solved. Too right. There's a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you'll return to the world. You're thirsty. Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world is still there. Sleep some more.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
That's a creepy voice. The engine of a Cooper's Kanema. It's Kim.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Oh, it's waking up time, I hope. I think we're recovered. I guess we'll soon see. That was a pretty intense little section there. We lost Glenn. I'm in bed. I'm not even in a hospital. I'm in... Oh, wait, no, this is my room at the Whirling in Rags. You see Kim's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain. Kim. Sunrise, Parabellum, the lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. He's had a fight? Ouch. It's not ouch time yet. You just got a Duramine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off. Duramine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad. The room, it's clean. Mr. Garte cleaned it. It took him an entire day. How long have I been out? 2 days. In and out. You've been up enough to take Duramine and curse and drink water. What did you say? Sunrise? Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Isn't that written on your... My gun, it's engraved on it. It served you well. Is it water day? He looks out the window. The gates of the harbour are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. He unzips his bomber jacket. Barely. A pity. Pity? Pity all the whores and traitors haven't been washed away. It's like I suffer, but for what? You misunderstand me. I meant that in a disco way. Cool. What happened? What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Is he dead? Yes. A blood-stained killer. Swallow. As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged. I dodged. He nods. Then I shot and wounded him while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive. There's a pause. We didn't like Glenn much anyway. Titus, Fat Angus and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alan and the musician. I forget his name. Eugene? Yeah, he's alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something. I don't know what. He thinks. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me. Esprit de corps. Thank you. I think I had the right gear on for that. For doing all that little test and stuff. I killed her. Lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. And that's what happened. I thought you only smoked one a day. This is the one. And they're all dead? All three of the contractors? He nods. DePaul was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenell for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Why? Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbour in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe, he breathes in the fume, thinking, maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. How many casualties on the Union side total? 5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky and Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. There's a pause. And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name, the gardener. She didn't make it. No. She bled out before Everart's surgeon could help her. Everart sent his personal doctor, but he shakes his head. A costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership. If I would have presented the theory better to their leader. Oh, I've just hurt myself. That's not good. She never had a chance. She would not have been there. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them. And that's that. He nods. I don't see how it could have gone any better. Let's face it, officer, and this is both of our fault, he says calmly, without accusation. It could have gone a little better. 7 people are dead. Could it have gone much better? If I'd have passed that role, maybe. But, well, you know. It is what it is. We could say 7 people are dead. We could also say that 2 people, at least, are alive who would otherwise have been dead. At least. So, that's the way I'm looking at it. It's a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The hornets did not get into the bee's hive. He rubs his swollen chin. The worst scenario has not materialised yet. And, he smiles, we're still alive. Both of us. Yeah, just. I haven't actually healed up. He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between these 2 armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes. How bad am I hurt? Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully. No major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome. Can I walk? We will see. You won't be able to dance much, that's for sure. You should be able to live with a limping around, though. Has anyone from my station been to see me? No. Oh. A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armoured motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vacamere is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbour cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says. Isn't that strange? I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. Odd. You haven't seen any, have you? There's a pause. I'm sure they're worried about you. If not my station, then who treated me? I did. Thank you. No need. Are you hurt? Not very, he rubs his chin. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I try not to move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. There's a pause. Thank you. I didn't see it coming. Stupid of me. Okay, get up. Get up. Get up. Go on. One big effort. So I have this fancy armor on my chest and I got shot in the leg. Isn't that great? Easy now. The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. An orange hue of pain. Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing. How are you? My disco days are done. Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Euphrator. What happens now, Kim? I honestly don't know. You don't know? We can't talk to Everard. The harbour is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now, and Joyce has left too. Wait, Joyce is gone? Yeah, she left yesterday morning to meet the Board of Wild Pines, or that's what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Crenell from sending in a death squad. He looks out the window. Maybe it's her? Maybe she kept her end? Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classia too. We really should have arrested her, you know. Wait, Classia's gone too? Oh yes, he nods. She's left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked Mr. Garty. She knew. Okay. Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her, but he shrugs. Maybe it was a good deed that will pay off in heaven. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man? I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It had better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. Okay, so once more. Classia has escaped. Absolutely, he nods. There's no other way to go about it. We screwed up. The May bells, Kim? The flowers? The what? What? They were on the roof. I didn't catch them. Butterfingers. Oh, so some flowers that blew off in the wind that she had on the edge of the balcony up there. Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything. He's wrong. No, Kim, every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case. Okay, concedes, clearly not meaning it. There's still a 28% possibility that shot came from a distance. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. A light nod, through some pain. I agree with this. What else? An antique bullet from a Bell McGrath 44.6mm. That's a different... that's a different story entirely. It was a 4.46mm before, which is like about 0.177. It's tiny. 4.46mm is an anti-tank round. Anyway, I think it's 4.46 still. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be? It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying from the war, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is that makes the bullet useless. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them. But they seem so mysterious. I can't believe they're useless. No need to be melodramatic. This is because I'm Laputa Madra's peon, isn't it? Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol Wester is peons. Even if you are, it's not a decisive factor in this case. That does make some sense. You know what I think about solving crimes? He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead. Solving crimes is hard. It really is very hard. That concussion must be making him dizzy. Time to give up. Let's start drinking. You're not going to give up, are you? No. There's a short pause. Are you ready to limp? I'm ready. Good. There's a pause. Where do you want to limp to? Lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk. We should aimlessly wander until the clue presents itself. We should check Classia's room upstairs. Why not? He extinguishes a cigarette on the sole of his boot and then throws it on the floor. Inspect the window in Classia's bedroom. Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through? I don't know. I can't think of anything better. And that is exactly what we're going to do, minus the wine bottle, or the lager bottle in hand. Have I got everything on that I want? We've got the authority stuff, we've got the jacket. We'll keep it like that. We'll put the gun away for now. Okay, so we're going to call it there for now. I'll just have a look at that, actually, because otherwise I'll forget about it. Newly replaced glass, shining in the morning. Oh, they fixed my broken window. That's nice. You hear traffic outside, back in the world again. They fixed my tape player. Hang on. Hang on. We'll just do this. The stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. What's this? Oh, it's a door. Into Kim's room. The door is open. You can walk into Kim's room. We're going to do a bit of exploring here first. I was just going to call it a day there, but we're just going to check this out. You see gleaming white enamel, no bottles inside. Can I do the thing in the mirror? No, I need to put points into electrochemistry. Shall I do it? Let the mirror be for now. I feel like we need to keep... There'll be more points. There'll be more opportunities. Right, we can walk into Kim's room. Kim, how's your room looking? The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. That's before me. These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases. I had Garte open the door to your room. He closed the notes. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer. Point to yourself. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. There's a pause. Let's go. Let's go. And take a look at that. Medicinal supplies in the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. He's done a bit of field surgery on me, which is scary stuff. Okay, we are going to save it there, folks. And I shall get some more episodes up as soon as I possibly can, because that was an intense session just there. I didn't expect it to come to a head as quickly as that. I didn't feel quite prepared and ready for it. And I'm sure that encounter could go differently. We got unlucky on one roll and maybe got lucky on some others. So who knows how that could have turned out. Some of those people might still be alive. I don't think we could have stopped the fight altogether. But for another playthrough one day, that would be an objective, maybe something to try. Anyway, I'll get some more episodes recorded. We'll go and inspect that bullet hole in the window again. And we'll see where that leads us on to. So, thanks for watching. And, of course, I'll catch you again on the next one.